Hi guys, my name is Eli Duran, and today I'm going to be talking about my informative speech. A type of culture that I would like to discuss today and inform you on is a culture that not many people really think about, which is the oceanic life culture. Have you ever wondered what mysteries and what type of how fish live, the lifestyles they go through, how they eat, how they adapt to certain environments? Well, I'm here to explain that for you. Also, fun fact, did you know that we have left to discover 91% of the ocean creatures? 91. That is a big number. We have a lot of work to do. Anyways, moving forward. A lot of the time, people do not think or care much about the ocean life culture. But I believe being educated would help people be more aware. And it would be cool to educate them on how animals live and knowing their characteristics about these certain animals that live in the ocean. So how I became interested in it really was my hobby of fishing. I like catching and release fishing. I loved it ever since I was a kid. And after fishing for a long time, I would realize that these fish actually are very unique in their own purpose. So there is still a lot of more mysteries to discover, so it makes me very fascinated by it. Now for the majority of the speech, let's jump right into oceanic life culture. So, something that I'll explain is the characteristics of fish, just fish in general, most fish. So, according to sciencing, fish actually use their gills to absorb oxygen underwater and to release carbon dioxide underwater, which allows them to potentially breathe underwater. I've seen it, trust me. Every time I reel up a fish, I would see their gills opening and closing, begging for oxygen. And I would have to unhook them and put them back in the water so they live their life the rest of their lives. Another fact from sciencing is that you might not even know this, but fish are actually cold-blooded. So what that actually means is that fish adapt to their environments. Unlike us, we are actually warm-blooded, which means we stay at a constant body temperature. Or we try to stay at a constant body temperature, depending on it's hot or cold. We try to heat up or cool down. Moving forward, another thing I'd like to talk about is experiences. The way I feel like a lot of people learn is through experiences. If you don't experience it, you will never learn. And some of those experiences would be going to an aquarium, for example. Because according to the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, aquariums actually play a vital role in educating about 180 million people. That is a lot of people. And it's just not about just, oh yeah, these fish live here. It talks about their habitats, how they hunt for food, what they hunt for, and much more. According to Patty actually states that for many ocean scientists, how they do their research is scuba diving, and it's an essential for research because you can see these fish or any creature, whatever creature you see underwater, in their natural habitat. You see it firsthand, and for me, I went once, and it's actually really cool. It's like everything is floating in midair. It's so cool. But anyways, moving forward, something that I can talk about that potentially can occur if we don't be more aware about our ocean life is possible extinctions. Yeah, remember the dinosaurs? Yeah, that can happen today. Something like that. A ProQuest article that I found from the Mount Sac Library states that there is a decline of Alaska's sea otters population because of oil spills and gears. Okay, so that's our own fault. That's human nature's fault. We spill, we do something, and we just leave it. Some people just leave it, thinking it's not part of our business anymore. But it's actually affecting a lot of ocean life, and it's killing them potentially. And it not only affects them, but it affects them and the food chain longer. So, for example, sea urchin populations, because of sea otters control them, sea urchins, and then it would have severe kelp deforestation and so forth. National Geographic, a very well trusted source, explains that when small organisms or oceanic creatures living underwater consume something as simple as microplastics, for example, a bottle cap, if they eat that, then smaller fish are eaten by bigger fish, and it keeps on going down. Do you see where this goes? So it keeps on going down, and eventually we eat fish sometimes, and you eat the fish, and you get poisoned, and you get sick. So that is something that we have to really organize and keep track of, because not only will it make some creatures go extinct, but it can also affect us. But regarding, in just to sum it all up, preserving and taking care of ocean life can play a big role, not only in in a human's life, but the whole ecosystem. Many lives in the ocean are very unique. Okay, they have their own physical characteristics. It can be whatever. But there's not just one, but there's millions and millions of creatures underwater that we actually should show care for. Many people do not know about how the ocean life is tampered, really, with, for example, oil spills and, like I said before, gear, and just in the ocean. That can change. We can really change that. And I believe it's just being more aware, people being more aware. But now you know, after the speech, now you know whenever you see like any type of creature, you can either be really fascinated and you're like, whoa, that's so cool. Because every animal has their own unique abilities and they have their own unique things that make that animal that animal. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my speech. Peace.